Slower delivery, bottom of the bat, and goes over Charitha Solanka. Boundary in the first ball itself.
50 on the board. That's a good start. Chasing a big total, they needed their openers to fire, or should I say a top order. They are trying their hardest, and it's very important for these two to forge a partnership here. And Chandimal has to make sure he stays there till the 15th over. If he makes sure of that, they have a chance.
Improvisation, brilliant. That was straight from the middle stump. Mohammad Arif cutting loose.
Yeah, he started off very well with his first over, executed those Yorkers with perfection, but here he's been short of length, and that's where he has allowed Haris to capitalize. 2 and 2 for Haris in this over.
Doing the right thing, Mohammad Arif, putting the pressure on the bowler early on in the over. Slower delivery, picked up with the win, and one bounce boundary. Manuj Hassan, I thought at Squalic, thought that he's in the game, but he's kept on moving away from here, and there will be a third umpire check, whether to check whether it's a 4 or a 6.
Well, that's Haris for you. He likes to live dangerously. In his book, there is no defensive stroke. It's all about attacking the bowlers. And that's hat-trick of boundaries here. Bouncing inside that boundary triangle. And it'll be a 4.
Now, living his life in the fast lane, isn't he, Mohammad Arif? Just like the Fast and Furious. And Kandy Falcons will be hoping that he keep going and give that support. But Chandimal is desperately looking for. Oh, this time better length, pulling back, and it's almost from the hip. Good comeback by Pramod.
And that's what he thinks, Haris. Every delivery is a boundary hitting opportunity. 3 boundaries for Haris. Backed away and then backed away from the off stump to be able to hit the ball towards fine leg, and then old-fashioned slog towards mid-wicket. And these 3 boundaries of 3 deliveries has given them a great start in this over. And looking to keep abreast of the required run rate. Kandy Falcons.
Full toss, dealt easily by Dinesh Chandimal. Against the wind, doesn't matter. When Chandimal hits it, it stays it.
Oh yes, and looks like he's on the board. Met a couple of failures, but this time around making sure that he seizes on every scoring opportunity. He's been improvising, he's been converting those good deliveries into scoring options, and here was a full toss. Agony for the bowler.
Just before the match we spoke about, Amir, that whoever does well in the power play will probably win. So far it's been a mixed bag. Another full toss. Oh, missed out. Fabian Allen on the way. And ends up 5th over with a dot delivery. 63 for 1. Jaffna lost the wickets in regular intervals in the last bit, but apart from that, nothing in the middle. First sliver overs were the Leatherhunt between Kusal Mendis and Pratham Nissanka, who put on the runs on the board. Neck to neck at the moment. The Worm still need 162 runs in 15 overs. At a 10.8 the required rate. All what Kandy will be hoping, these 2 players will bat at least the next 5 overs.
Absolutely, Maha. This is the demand of the situation. And another thing they really need to do to bring that required run rate to single digits. If they are able to do that, that'll take some pressure off the batting lineup. Another bowling change, Asita Fernando. He's been exceptional. in this LPL. Not only he has bowled economically, but he's been a threat for the batters. He's been picking up wickets. Sanath Jayasuriya is in the house. What a player he was.
Newly appointed interim head coach Sanath Jayasuriya for the Indian series coming up later this month, as well as the 3 Test match series in England. Slow delivery straight away. Oh, extra cover was lurking around the 30-yard circle. Asithya Fernando, you just mentioned about how dangerous he is. He's having a close eye, isn't he? Having a hawk eye, Sanath Jayasuriya. Slow delivery. And he's someone who has bowled with aggression. Charit Tasalanka, whenever he's in a desperate situation, he's always gone to his main man, Asithya Fernando. And most of the time, he has given him that breakthrough.
Yeah, where he makes a difference, Asithya, he keeps on looking at the feet of the batter. And if there is a movement, he'll improvise. That's good fielding. Good effort in the deep. Omarzai was the fielder.
Missed out Harris. It was a long hop. Another slow delivery tried. Yeah, missed out. Could have been a boundary, but in the end, Azmatul Omarzai does do the fielding. Now he will have a lot of responsibility going forward in the next 3 months or so. Sanath, always interested in finding the next talent. And yeah, he's always living a very interesting life, Sanath.
Baby!
Yeah, everything Sanath used to do on the field was interesting, wasn't it? He was a dynamo.
Digging it short, bowling into the body of Chandimal, making him uncomfortable. Talking about uncomfortable, this is definitely comfortable. The DFSK by Unimo Enterprises Limited. 7-seater luxury at its best. And definitely something that has been spoken a lot lately in the market.
Yeah, been glorified.
So far, good over by Asithya Fernando. Just the 2 runs in 3 deliveries. Another slower delivery. This has been the go-to delivery for Asithya Fernando. Only the 3rd delivery was pace on to the body to Chandimal. Apart from that, it's all been slower deliveries.
It's a well thought out plan, Maha. If you look at the field placing on the onside, he's got short fine, deep backward square leg, and then a finer mid wicket. And that is allowing him to bowl middle leg line. He's been angling the ball in and has made it difficult for the batters who are looking to improvise. Once again, backed away. Didn't spot that slow delivery. Oh well, that should have gone for 4 runs. That should have gone for 4 runs. If Harris was looking to pick up the line early, I beg your pardon, Chandimal could have helped the ball on his way.
Seeing the field, deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, that means Asithya Fernando has to bowl to the body. He cannot give any width outside the yaw stump. And the options are pace on, pace off. I think with Chandimal, he's quite comfortable with pace on, digging it short into the body. With Harris, he's quite reluctant not to bowl quick, but to bowl slower deliveries. Well thought out plan as far as I'm concerned. Asithya and Charit Tasalanka. Again, bowling into the body of Chandimal.
And took the pace off again. Has worked well for him. Now that's a good ploy from Asithya. When the batters, they are looking to tonk the ball, the grip on the pad become firmer. Your muscles in your forearm, they become stiff. And wrist work is out of play. And by surprising the batters with those slow deliveries has worked well.
Last delivery to end the power play. Long hop. That was asking to be put away, and the final delivery of the power play goes to the boundary to end the 6th over. on 72 for 1. And slower delivery down the leg side at the same end, same side. The Jeff number 69 for no loss, whereas Candy 72 for 1, and it's time for the strategic timeout for 2.5 minutes. Yeah, 72 for 1 after the power play. Chandimal going strong. 36 of 17 deliveries, 5 fours and 2 sixes. Signal for the end of the power play. 7-2, end of the 15th over. 5 fielders are permitted in the boundary. Vanuja Sahan, the left arm spin. Good record in domestic cricket. Plays for the Ace Capitals. Good first class record. Decent T20 career. And he's someone that definitely will prefer to bowl to two right-handers. But remember, the wind is to the leg side. Will Mohammad Haris target from the first ball itself? Certainly does. Coming down the track. Couldn't find the gap.
Do you actually think he'll be thinking about the wind, Haris? He doesn't care.
Didn't time it at all, bottom of the bat. But the plan is quite clear, is to target the left arm spinner. The last ball of the previous over to end the power play, we had a boundary. Slow delivery, that was asking to be put away. And the plan of bowling only Mohammad Haris went for a boundary.
I asked.
Bowl in.
Two is the call, midfielder Avishka Fernando. There's a big misunderstanding between Asita Fernando and Avishka Fernando. The two Fernandos in the end gifting away the boundary.
Yeah, a bit of confusion. And Chandimal another boundary. Just using the pace on that occasion. Should have stopped that one. It wasn't travelling that deliberate, that stroke. He goes aerial and he goes back, Chandimal.
Yeah, with that 6 brings up the 50 partnership as well. Clearly not happy Avishka Fernando with that gifting away the boundary. But Chandimal doing the right thing, putting the pressure on the youngster straight away. Clean hit with the wind, goes the distance. Two is the call by Chandimal. Should be easily done. Skipper Charita Solanki at long off. Fielding. Expensive first over by Vanuja. 14. Jab Candy. 86 for 1.
That's what they needed, a good partnership at the start of the innings. And those two batters been busy, finding boundaries regularly. Took 29 deliveries to score 52 runs.
Partnership of 52 unbroken in 29 deliveries. Just what the doctor ordered for the two hard hitters. The brace Shamsi. Take a look at that for a record. 268 game he's playing today. Wow, that's some experience. The other day he brought the run score into a halt in the middle overs, and Jaffna will be hoping he'll does the same thing, and I think his 4 overs will determine the result of this game.
Yeah, he's a kind of a bowler who challenges the batter all the times with his guile. And he's got plenty in his repertoire. Googleys, flippers, top spinners.
Giving himself some good shot with the wind. One bounce to the boundaries. Mohammad Haris welcomes Tabrif Shamsi with a beautiful extra cover drive.
Now that was a quality stroke. And that too from a batter who likes to tonk the ball over mid-wicket. Backed away. Was not bothered to read whether it was a wrong gun or the ball was spinning back. He just went after that. Pressure.
Ball in, ball in, ball in.
This is good. This is sensible from Haris.
No. Yes, baby. Baby.
Yeah, that's intelligent batting by Mohammad Haris, giving him room and going through the offside. Fitzair, partners, friends in the air. It's luxury on time departures you could expect from Fitzair. Chandimal on 49, just the 21 deliveries. Brings up his 50, and that's his 750 in his LPL career and second this season. Well done, Dinesh Chandimal.
Yeah, coming to the fore, Chandimal, when his team needed the most. 50 from 22 deliveries. That's good going. And especially against a quality bowling attack.
When the senior players have to be at their best. Chandimal, oh, that's close. That's close. Given. And Dinesh Chandimal asking Mohammad Haris to go upstairs. That looked really close. Naked eye, I think, Amir Bhai. That should be a walk in the park.
Well, looked adjacent. The only thing which is going to save Haris, a bit of spin. Shamsi got a bit of spin, then there is a chance for Haris. Otherwise, is okay there. Must be a size 12 there.
10.5 for me. Turn. Hitting middle stump. Is that turning away too much? That's a big question. Even when clipping the bails or the leg stump, it should be given out, as the umpire on field has given it out. I understand why Dinesh Chandimal did force Haris to go upstairs. I think Chandimal saw it turning, and maybe the decision.
Yeah, spot on Maha. And that's away, straight away, Chandimal asks his partner to have a review. Clipping will do for the bowler. He's a danger man, Haris, no doubt about it. It's a bit of relief for the bowling side to see him walking back to the pavilion. Review upheld by the third umpire. It's Harris who's walking back after contributing 25 from 18 deliveries, 92 for 2.
At number 4 for Kandy Falcons, Kamindu Mendis, elegant left-hander. He needs to come good for Falcons to win this game. Decent numbers, best of 99 not out. If Kamindu can get at least half of it in no quick time, I think Kandy Falcons will be in this game. Still not over. Plenty of batting to come. Angelo Matthews, Dasun Shanag, all these players can talk the ball, but they just need a good base and Chandimal to carry on.
Not a bad ploy, Maha. To have left and right hand combination out there in the middle can be upsetting for Shamsi. They need to score off him if they are to win this game. And they have to make sure not many dot deliveries are played against him.
Every ball, at least a single is needed. Slip in play straight away. Nicely played. 2 is the call. And comes back pretty easily.
Elegant looking stroke to get off the mark from Kamindu Mendes. He's been a revelation of late. And that's how threat was removed.
Elated Shamsi. He knows how big wicket it is going to be. Nice reactions. 1-1 says wicket keeper. It will remain 1 only. 8 done, 95 for 2.
$95 for 2. Vanuja Sahan comes in with a massive reputation as someone who's made a name for himself at a young age. Has played in the NSL, has played plenty of T20 and first class cricket. Hails from your school, Russell. Vanuja Sahan from St. Peter's.
He was a part of that under-19 team, which Wellalage, Dunith Wellalage captain, Matisha Patirana was in that. But of course, he was the second left armer behind Wellalage. That's why he's not been shining as much, or hasn't had the opportunity to shine as much.
Ball in.
The power plays, that's where you make a statement. The batters, just as they can hit the ball during that period, the hard seam is what bowlers need to use. Teams that have kind of done better in the power play in terms of losing wickets and runs scored are the teams that have really gone on to win the games. That's where you've created the advantage. Now here in terms of runs, Kandy have got ahead, but they've lost a wicket more.
So today we find out how realistic this theory is, but overall the teams that have won the power plays appears to have found it easier to win games.
Theories are never 100%, but they're 70 to 80%. That's been the trend. So we look for trends and we look for how teams are being successful. The hundreds on the board, and you try and plan your game. You try and figure out, okay, these conditions,
Come on.
this seems to be what's happening, so let's try and capitalize at this particular moment. That's what it's about. That flies away, that's an edge. That's unlucky from Banuja Sahan's point of view, but the runs keep flowing for the Falcons.
That was fired in by Banuja Sahan. So Chandimal went really hard. It flew off an outside edge. We have spoken about how good this outfield is. That's 4. In the gap, you get a boundary.
He deceived him. He changed the line, but Chandimal was able to get to it.
This time, it's safely sailing over the boundary for 6. Finishes the over in style. 9 overs. It's 110 for 2. Well, just look at this comparison. 110 for 2, 91 without loss. They're way ahead.
Roshan, what does that remind you of? 110 for 2 now, ahead at the moment.
What do you mean? You mean the kite? Yeah, it reminds me of a kite.
Use your imagination, Roshan. He bowled it wide. It was Nick for 4. This time he tries to bowl it straight up. Wicket to wicket. It's a free hit. The ball's not turning at all. And Chandimal's in the mood and he's hitting through the line with a vengeance.
Shamsi has a role to play here. Quick run here. But he definitely has a big role to play here, Shamsi. Bowls it quicker. The wrist spinner. Another look. This is the 6 we're talking about. Lovely use of the feet. Got to the pitch of it. Eventually, at that point, it looked very easy.
His hands looked very relaxed. Sometimes you get the impression that he's squeezing that handle, the bat handle. It looks like he's trying to hit the cover of it. But now there's a graceful movement. And he's getting the timing and he's stroking it a lot better.
Bowling.
Russell, that's something that I have seen in Chandimal throughout this season. He did get runs in the previous editions, but as you correctly said, he appears to be looking to thrash the ball, hit that cover off. But here, he's far more graceful. Timing is brilliant.
They won one game, or they've won only one so far, and that was on the back of his half century.
Now, will this be taken? No, it's not. Where can you catch it? Unless somebody in the crowd looks to catch it, because he's timed it well and it sailed over the boundary.
Oh, good hit, good hit. The sixers keep flying. Tossed it up. So 65 the other day, the Kandy Falcons went on to win. He's on 67 of 27 here. And this 224 looks well within reach now. Kandy Falcons favourites.
I think it's a game for them to lose. Running well, they want 2 and they're coming for 2. Chandimal makes it, but is it a direct hit? Now Chandimal, I got the feeling, got in, but this could be tight.
It sure is. It sure is a direct hit. Fabian Allen slowed down ever so slightly, but he's got his aim right. Nicked the stumps. Now Chandimal looked comfortable, but with direct hits you never know. Now we know.
Perfect. Look at the way he grounds the bat. Just make sure from about 2 or 3 yards from the crease, and just kept going. And that outstretched hand gave him the distance or the length he wanted.
Required rate still 10. Even though they're rushing through. There's your kite, Roshan. There's your kite. I know you love flying kites. After 10, 122 for 2. Evenings are beautiful here in Dambulla. Amongst the greenery, the tank here, the lake across. And it cools down as well. Becomes very pleasant.
In the midst of all this, it's time to fly a kite. Deepaka to a lake, to our left. Just makes the entire area so pretty, so aesthetic. The evening looks beautiful, the greenery, the mountains in the background, or the hills more than the mountains.
And in amongst the trees you find locations which are wonderful to spend your time, whether you be on work, whether you are on holiday. Radisson Blue, that's one such property. Comfort and great service.
Omar Sai went for 22 runs in the first over. Time for him to try and make amends for that rather poor first over. So down to the last 10 of the second half, they need another 103 runs. They got 122 of the first 10. So they're up on the run rate. They need to maintain wickets in hand. Chandimal, will he find the gap? No, well done. Brilliant work. For a moment I thought it got away from Avishka Fernando, but it got across very quickly.
Did so well. Did really well that he saved his team 3 runs, but he's still in the negative. A while ago, a misfield cost him a boundary, put Vanuja Sahan under pressure as well. But this, look at him, it's skidding through. The key is to get that throw into the air. That'll stop the batsman from running, and he does successfully.
Too short. That's gone for 4. Riley Russo tried hard, but don't bowl that length. You're going to be punished.
No, that length is fine, but dig it in. Try and get it at his throat, not around his waist or chest. Then it becomes a free hit. You got to bowl with more purpose. Try and create something. If not, the batsman will be creating something for sure.
Yeah, the height was perfect for the pull. Oh, bowled. What a delivery. What a great follow-up. He doesn't believe it. He can laugh about it. Where did that come from?
Hit the deck, hit the deck. Something can happen. High arm from Omar Zai hitting the seam on the pitch. And a bit of nip away. Now if you want something, that's what you got to do. Put some extra effort.
There's certainly extra effort even here. That's another delivery that he bent his back and at the batter hurried him. Beautiful. It is beautiful. Love the sight. Time for those kites.
How often do you fly kites, Roshan?
Always. I love flying kites. Two balls to go in the over. Well bowled, well bowled. A good follow-up, 2 back of a length, and then he goes full. Again, pace on.
Now that's being smart. As a bowler, look to create something. Look to use your skills. Hit the bat high. Create some doubt in the batter's footwork. and then look for the length. 6 runs off 5 balls. Massive delivery coming up. He can get it done for a dot or a 1. A job well done from Omarzai.
No, he has failed because Chandimal is in such a punishing mode that he's gone over the boundary for yet another 6. That is 6 number 7. 12 of the over. 134 for 2.
Angled into the right-hander and around the waist. Bang! Chandimal just gets underneath it and hits it with the wind.
The 5th edition of the Lanka Premier League has been fantastic in terms of run making. Take a look at this. Chandimal spoiling the party. Omarzai bowled extremely well. That time drop shot, hitting it with the breeze, connecting it, and well over square leg for 6.
Now Pathum Nissanka was in line earlier today to score the fastest 100 in LPL cricket, going past Kusal Pereira. Kusal Pereira 100 of 50 in Kandy. But Pathum Nissanka ended up making it in 52 balls. So that's the second fastest. Chandimal 77 of 31. He's got 18 balls to get 23 runs.
Amidu Mendis on strike. Oh, looked for some improvisation. Little bit of premeditation, I thought. Asita Fernando was smart. He took off a lot of pace.
Friendly length. He's picked it up off the front foot. It bounces only up to his waist level and it becomes a free hit. Square leg, short fine leg, short third and a point. They're all in the circle. There's a deep third man, quite wide-ish. Long off, deep extra cover. It's quite an innovative field. Deep mid-wicket, long on.
Go square. When you talk about an innovative field, there have been a lot of innovative batting, a lot of innovative stroke play, particularly by Dinesh Chandimal.
Yeah, that's good from Fernando. Chandimal though, first ball 4, second ball was a 6. And he's played that ball to all parts. But what's been the feature is he looks relaxed. His hands indicate how he's feeling and how confident he is. Get your grip right, then your hands flow very nicely.
But 4 balls to go in the over. Chandimal on strike. Well bowled, well bowled. Pace off. Come on. And could have been so close had that hit. That was tailing in again. That was a good Yorker from Asita Fernando. But how close do you think that would have been had that hit?
Kamindu Mendis, he always wanted it. I think Kusal would have had his man there. I think on a couple of occasions he's missed direct hits. But from Asita Fernando's point of view, 3 brilliant deliveries. Every over will make a difference in this game. Every dot ball. If Asita Fernando can close this over out, that required rate will jump quickly to close to 12. And how you look at the game, how the batters out there feel, will also change.
Oh, bowled. Now he's very clever. With the left-hander on strike, he appears to be taking pace off. Chandimal in, he goes with pace on. And doesn't allow him that width or the length outside the off stump that he's searching for.
I told you the game will change with every ball, but one thing that won't change is the beauty in this part of the world. The calmness that it gives you, and just absorb all of it and enjoy life, recharge, re-energize like 100 plus. 2 balls remaining in the over. Asita Fernando bringing out some variations.
Brilliant over. Really good over this is.
Now, Asita Fernando is not really known as a white ball bowler because of the style of play. Well, during the break, every game, there's an opportunity for one of the fans to win a return air ticket courtesy or compliments Fitzair. That was our winner. He took the catch that was hit into the crowd.
So he can have a return ticket to Chennai.
He will be flying higher than the kite on Fitzair.
He certainly will.
Massive delivery. Big one.
He should stop it in the deep, only a single, and this is a wonderful over. What an over for Masita Fernando. Just 3 runs off it. 12 run, 137 for 2.
Well, who would have thought? Who would have thought that Candy would be ahead of the Duckworth-Lewis Stern par score at this stage? What an innings this has been from Dinesh Chandimal. It needed someone at the top of the order to do something special, and he's producing it. However, Amir Sahel, there is still a long way to go here.
Oh yes, oh yes. And that's why it was aforementioned, if Candy are to win this game, Chandimal needs to be there at least for 15 overs. And now he has to make sure plays the full court of overs for Candy to win this game. He's well set, he's sighting the ball big, and this man in the picture, Kamindu Mendes, has to find a couple of boundaries in this over, because the previous over was wasted. He tried everything, couldn't find a boundary.
This man's been good. The thing about it is, you know, you say that he's got to bat through to the end of the over, to the end of the innings, but the difficulty I would imagine for Chandimal is that even though how well they've played, the required rate is still over 11, so he still needs to play risky cricket.
And especially with the fact Kamindu Mendes hasn't been timing the ball well. He's eaten up plenty of deliveries for 16 runs. And that's where he's putting a lot of pressure on Chandimal to play indifferently. You know, he has to wake up Kamindu Mendes. He's got the ability. He can donk the ball.
Well, he's clocked that one, and that'll just be a single, but the important thing is Chandimal will be on strike.
And it gives you the feeling something is going to give. Because he's been watching the action from a non-striker end and saw his partner struggling. So I have a feeling he's going to take life in his own hands. He's going to look for big one. Yeah, he loves Tambula. Why not? They have the team. They have won their last game. They have registered themselves on the points table.
That's awfully tight on a wide, yes, given eventually. Followed him. Chandimal was looking to get on bended knee to try and get the ball up and over the two men that are behind square on the leg side, and Pramod Madhushan saw him coming, but it was still wide, very wide.
He kept his eyes on the ball, Chandimal, and he left the ball at the last moment, realizing it's too wide.
The arms will come up again, and this is the pressure that Chandimal has put on the bowlers from Jaffna. You just saw Pramod Madashan in the previous delivery gesticulate to the umpire that he felt it wasn't a wide, but you need to understand that if Chandimal moves across his stumps, the wide line goes with him, but that was still very wide, and that's what the umpire was saying.
Yeah, Chandimal has to be ready and alert. The bowler is bound to change the line. He needs to be ready for it.
Oh well, we might be here all night.
Well, at least he's been consistent with his liner length. Pramod just aiming to bowl wide of the off stump, hasn't shown the control to be able to execute that plan properly.
Is his thinking right? What he's trying to do?
Well, the idea is good to bowl just outside the off stump, but not that far. You know, he's looking for the batter to reach for the deliveries, and he's got the field placing. Shot third man, widest third man on the boundary line, then extra cover. But that was a slow delivery. Tried to bowl closer to the batter, and he was alert, waiting for this, and he pounced on that. Chandimal, 50 partnership registered on the board from 32 deliveries.
Chandimal just waits and waits and waits and then helps himself. It was a slow ball, but it was too slow and it was too short. It is really a tough ask out here for these bowlers. They are trying absolutely everything just to come up with an idea, a plan on how to stem the flow of runs.
And you mentioned he had to wait for eternity, that for ball to arrive close to him. Yes, swing of the bat was there, which was superb. But for me, the reason why he was able to hit that, 6, rotation of the hips. More force behind that stroke.
What a shot that is. Now that's the danger. There's the danger of going wide of off stump. He has clouted that to bring up the 150.
That was reachable. That was reachable for Chandimal. He has covered middle and leg. He's batting from off stump, and he raced for it and was able to slice the ball off the face of the bat to get that placement. This is brilliant batting from the senior statesman Chandimal.
Dinesh Chandimal bats through the innings. He'll finish this game with 2 overs to spare. That's how well he has played, how well he has struck the ball. It should just be one, and is. He's hit more sixes in this innings than any other batter in an innings in this season of LPL. He's not done yet. He's 11 short of 100. 50 is the number. 50 balls is the number.
Yeah, I had a word with him before this game. I said, what's wrong? Why aren't you getting runs? I'm surprised. You know what he said? My lucky charm is not there. His wife. I'm wondering if she's there, or she's glued to the screen.
Called 2 straight away, but Chandimal will send him back. And so Kaminda Mendez has the strike. 16 from the over, 153 for 2. And with 7 overs remaining, we're going to have a strategic timeout.
था नियर स्टम्प का वो जो एज आ रहा था राइट साइड में ऊपर